Welcome back, everyone. I am Ryofu, and you are watching The Gaming Harbinger. On June 11th, Sony had an event for upcoming PlayStation 5 games as well as the reveal of their new console. While Microsoft did receive criticism for the lack of gameplay, how did Sony fans feel about this PlayStation 5 event? Now, before we go any further, I want it to be abundantly clear we are about to straight bum rush, lambaste through these games because there's so many of them. And I just wanted to make a video going over every single game that was at this event. So obviously I won't have a lot of time to talk about every single one, but they will get some shine, okay? So anyways, without further ado, let's get into this bad boy. Alright, so first, we're going to start off with a trailer of GTA 5. And this is supposed to be a remastered and enhanced version that's coming out in 2021. PlayStation 5 owners will get GTA Online free at launch. And GTA 5 PS4 owners will start getting $1 million a month in GTA cash until this PlayStation 5 version comes out in 2021. I just want to point out this is a very interesting offer. I personally think companies should make more deals like this. So here we are with Spider-Man Miles Morales. And this looked really good. I'm pretty sure fans of Insomniac's previous Spider-Man game are rejoicing right now. This appears to be a standalone game, but not quite like a sequel. And this is supposed to be coming holiday 2020, so that's cool. Gran Turismo is back and better than ever in Gran Turismo 7. This looks like it's not going to be a launch game, unfortunately. The next game is one of those exclusives I could never get behind. I'm sorry. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I'm not really into playing as furries. Sorry. Ratchet and Clank. And believe me, I know. I'm a horrible human being. I'm a monster. But I have nothing bad to say about this series. I hear wonderful things about the gameplay and the mechanics, but it's just not for me. But you know what? I'm going to say something right now that's going to completely throw you off. In my opinion, this game was the best looking one. How they're jumping in and out of dimensions, it is utterly spectacular. So I have to give it up to them, even if it's not a game I would get. Project Athia looks really interesting. It looks really interesting. I just wish we could have saw more. So, if you like cats, 2021 is the year for you. No, really. You might like this. I even found the robots in this game to be quite interesting, quite entertaining. And so after this, Sony wanted to remind us that we are now using 4K Blu-ray technology and the super fast SSD memory. Did we tell you ray tracing is the future? And it's like, yes, okay, we get it. All right, that's amazing. I'm so impressed. But anyways, I will say that I love the new controller. I love the colors. I love the design. It's a win for me. So Returnal definitely looks promising. It has moments of nuance, and other times it really appears to be very actiony. Sackboy has returned from Little Big Planet to offer more solid platform fun. Destruction All-Stars looks like something from Twisted Metal. Wait, okay, well maybe Rocket League. That might be better. Okay, let's roll with that. That's what it looks like. If you like these type of games, I could totally see this game appealing to you as well. Kena Bridge of Spirits is definitely something I can get behind. It looks so beautiful and charming. Goodbye Volcano High is okay. Remember what I said earlier about Ratchet and Clank. Okay, so this is definitely not for me. I'm not gonna trash on it, but I will just say, games like this exist for a reason. And for those people that enjoy this type of stuff, good for you. Please support it. And this game will come out in 2021. Now, Oddworld is back, and the new title is Oddworld Soulstorm. I think if you're a fan of this series, it looks to be a solid title. Shinji Mikami of Tango Gameworks has a new game called Ghostwire. If you don't know who this man is, shame on you. He directed the first and fourth Resident Evil, as well as the first Dino Crisis, as well as Vanquish, and now the new Evil Within series. What I'm trying to say is the man is a legend, all right? The man is a legend. But this game has horror elements. It looks like it's also a combination of first-person action and supernatural shit. All I gotta say is I'm on board, man. I'm totally on board. And I have nothing else to say. Jet the Far Shore looked, I think we need more than this. I'm sorry. Nice build-up on the old suspense, though. Godfall. I mean, I actually think the gameplay looks good. I'm intrigued a little. But I would say this is a wait and see for me. Alright, so people keep telling me to play Hyper Light Drifter. I will get to it one of these days, I promise. And it appears Solar Ash is the team's latest game, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a win. So Hitman is back. And this was a pleasant surprise for me, considering the last one didn't sell well, but I am glad they are still keeping this series alive. It's a good one. Astro's Playroom. Would I play this? Maybe. I do like robots, and it's kind of cute. Little Devil Inside is a game I probably wouldn't get around to playing, let's just be honest. But there are definitely parts in this trailer that made me smile. NBA 2K is one of the few sports titles I occasionally dabble in. So I look forward to the next iteration. Bug Snacks is an extremely hard pass for me. But I will say this. It's good that Sony has games like this. So instead of us just getting hit with mature, M-rated games, they're mixing it up. And I actually respect that. I do respect that. We need the colorful, cutesy kiddie games mixed in there with all the M-rated, with all the teen-rated stuff. The Demon's Soul remake looks excellent. And since I've never played Demon's Souls, I think I will go ahead and throw my money at this. And why am I amused by these people dancing in their mask? Hey. Deathloop looks very entertaining. I'm in. I think I'm in. Okay, and real quick, can we go back one more time to the people dancing? Hey. The next Resident Evil. Awesome. It appears they are going to stick with the first-person perspective for now. I am a longtime fan, and while I prefer third-person over this, I think it was necessary to have a departure in style just to change things up. I actually respect Resident Evil for that, because some of my other favorite series, they need to just take a chance, take risk. Don't let things get stale, and I respect Resident Evil for that. This is a day one purchase for me. Pragmata looks very intriguing, but this isn't even coming out till 2022. I think they should have waited till next year to show this. Horizon's next installment, I am sure, won't disappoint. While there are things in the original I find like, I don't want to say they copied, but they're borrowing a lot of material from other games. And let me be very specific, not just like story or anything, but I'm talking more like gameplay mechanics. But I feel overall, the game is a win. The original was a win. And I totally look forward to playing the next game. In fact, I would say it's a day one purchase for me. And I guess this is the part where we get thrusted into various faces of PlayStation 5 developers. Awkward. So this part right here. What is this? I mean, what? The effects look cool, okay? But why? I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, so here we go. Sony makes routers now. Awesome. Alright, so here's the part that some people have been waiting for. What are my thoughts on the new system? On the aesthetic? What do I think? You might not be expecting this, but I like it. I do. Yes, it is weird, but I like stuff to look unconventional. I think Microsoft nailed the look in regards to making a tower, a PC tower specifically, with style, but you can tell they were still trying to not make it stand out so much, from your other electronics. While PlayStation 5 stands out, and it should. Sometimes you gotta go bold, baby. You gotta go bold. Now, the next part I would like to comment on is the joke about Sony just did Lockhart before Microsoft. Okay, so obviously this is a light-hearted joke, right? It's in jest. Not meant to be taken seriously. But for those that have thought this was a real talking point, I have to say something to you guys. Microsoft came out with an all-digital system this generation. Lockhart, to my understanding, is not all digital. And I could be wrong about that because we don't know 100%. But it is 4K, 30 frames per second. A console with lower specs than the Xbox Series X. That is more painstaking and time-consuming than adding or removing a disk drive. I'm just saying, let's keep it real. So in closing, what are my thoughts on this showcase? I felt it was decent. There are definitely some games that interest me. However, just like Microsoft in May, this didn't blow me away. But it's good to finally see the console, and I think this was a big point, that made it special for everyone. And I know the reaction is mixed from how it looks, but I like how it looks. Hopefully Netgear doesn't sue them. But I will say, due to the fact that Sony did not push and make these grand announcements of a gameplay event, people are going to look at this as the consensus will be that Sony did better. But in reality, do I personally feel that they did better? Not really. I mean, I think another important factor is Microsoft, their first-party games, we haven't seen them yet. This matters. I'd also like to say something in regards to the price. I have heard many YouTubers going on and on about, oh my god, they're playing chicken with each other. I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder who's going to go first. This is interesting. They're going back and forth. Interesting. No, stop it. They are not playing chicken. I am old enough to know that Sony never goes first. And it's a smart strategy. That way, if you have to make changes before anything is out in the open, you can. No one would be the wiser. Sony has been doing this since PlayStation 1. Some of you kids probably thought it was the first time with Microsoft in 2013. But no. Sega was actually the first to be hoodwinked by Sony. Sega announced their price for the Saturn, and later Sony drops the bomb that their system was only $299, and that's $100 less than the Sega Saturn. Chicken is not happening here. Sony is being Sony, and Microsoft is finally pushing back. That's what this is. Sony might make an adjustment or two afterwards and make their decision from there. But the bottom line is that they're going to wait. They're going to wait out Microsoft. Guaranteed. I put money on that. But here's the part where things could get a little spicy. Microsoft has done their homework this time around. So this is going to make things very different. I could easily see Microsoft states their claims, price. Sony says, oh yeah, well, haha, here we go. We're dropping it to this price. And I could easily see Microsoft just say, you know what, we're going to take a loss. Here you go. We're going to lower the initial price we gave you to this. They're willing, I can tell they're willing to take a loss. But the question is, would Sony be willing to take a loss? That's the part that we don't know. PlayStation 5 digital, would that shave off $100? I mean, that would be competitive in my opinion. Totally. But man, it's all exciting. I'm not going to lie and say it's not exciting, because it is exciting. It's a great time to be a gamer. And I look forward to covering all this information for you. And hopefully in the next couple of months, we'll just learn so much more, especially more importantly about the games that are coming out and what will be coming out in the future. So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this at all, give it a thumbs up. Consider joining this team. Was there anything you saw that blew you away? Because I'll be honest with you, don't even let a guy like me try to throw you off with my opinions. Only pay attention when I'm giving you facts. But when I'm giving you my opinions, it's just my opinion. So you can disagree with me, and that's totally fine. Not a big deal. I will say I would have liked to have seen a Weeby game or two. And hopefully those are coming in the next few months. I mean, that's, like I said, that's the reason why I have a Sony system. I want the Weeby games. A big, fat, juicy JRPG is what I would look forward to getting. Anyways, guys, it's been great. I will see you in the next video.